Hello friends, welcome back, and today we are going to discuss about the Holy Science, chapter number 2, verse number 5 and 6. So after a long time I am going to bring this video for you, and I was busy into some things, and I was away from the hometown. So I'm back now, and I'm just starting now the Holy Science, chapter number 2, verse number 5 and 6. So in these two verses 5 and 6, the only one thing has been explained. What is avidya? Avidya is a Hindi word. The meaning of this Hindi word in English is the not the true knowledge, something which is not the true, something which you think that it is true, but in fact it is not the true. You can understand with the help of the example of uh, a thread, a cord, you can say a cord and a snake, right? Suppose you see a cord, something like this, and you something like this is the looking like the cord, but you are just standing away and you are thinking that it is not a cord, it is actually a snake. So thinking a cord as a snake, it is called illusion. So this avidya is nothing but that kind of illusion where you think that something is true, but in fact that thing is not true. You think that this is the reason of everything, but in fact that thing is not the reason of everything. That is not the actual root of everything. That is not the actual seed of everything, right? So if you think something which is non-existence, if you think that this is the real existence, then in that case you are into the avidya. For example, if you see a house, right? You see a house, you say that this house is everything. But ultimately, that house is nothing but, just the earth material. Some kind of metal has been used, some kind of, other kind of things like cement has been used, right? Plaster of Paris has been used. So all those things, they have come from the earth itself. So ultimately, everything which you are able to see, that is earth. So earth is the reality, but you say that this house is the reality. So that kind of illusion where you don't know, where you don't think about the real element, but you just see the manifestation, then in that case you are into the avidya, right? So I hope you are able to understand now that what is avidya. So avidya is something which is not the true knowledge, and this avidya is the reason of all the kleshas. Klesh is a Hindi word again, and the meaning of this Hindi word klesh is that we have unpleasant experiences, right? So if we don't know the real thing, then we will face all kind of unpleasant experiences. This thing we are talking in terms of our own sufferings, our own existence. This is not I'm talking about the house and earth materials. I'm talking about our own existence, myself as a human being, and my sufferings. Why are they there? Why I'm suffering? Why I want to do something, and if it doesn't happen, why I feel sad? Why is at the very first place whatever I want doesn't happen, right? So all these things, all these kleshas, all these unpleasant experiences that I wanted something but that didn't happen, all these happen because we are into avidya, right? We don't know the real thing. Okay. So in the very first chapter, there was a explanation of like how the God particle get expanded itself, how it expands itself, right? And when it expands itself, let me just explain you quickly. That will be a just revision as well. So this is the God particle, right? There is a big bang which happens, right? And when big bang happens, then it creates the energy in both sides. It's something like you throw a throw a stone into the water, right? If you throw the stone into the water, then the energy, or you can say the waves, are traveling in both the direction of the impact, like this. Similarly, when the big bang happens into the God particle, the main particle, then in that case, wave travels in both direction, in the right hand side direction and in the left hand side direction. Okay. So when it travels in the left hand side direction, this has nothing. This has nothing. There are no, there are nothing which are related to whatever we are able to see in this world. That energy, that wave is pure, right? That energy, that wave is love. That wave is the wave of love because it doesn't contain any kind of mixture. But when it travels on the right hand side, right, then in that case, this pure thing which is attracting this thing towards itself, it's just not like this thing. It is not like this thing when you throw a stone into the water. It is something different. When a God particle just explodes, Big Bang happens, then in that case, not like something will start just traveling independently here and the other wave will travel independently here. No, this wave, the wave this side is not independent, right? It is traveling. It is trying to get away from it. But the thing is that this pure and this pure wave or this pure energy is also trying to attract itself, right? But still, that attraction is not that enough that it can stop it. So this thing is just traveling here, and this thing is traveling this side, right? So when you reach to this side, when you reach to this side, then you become spiritual. Then you know the spirituality. Then you know the vidya, the real knowledge. You know then, right? The real knowledge, the true knowledge is vidya. But when you travel here and you try to understand all the things in this world, where are we? We are in this world. This is Earth. Earth is somewhere in the right hand side direction where we are traveling and where all kind of elements are getting created. For example, at a certain level, this frequency converts into the frequency of light, right? So once it converts into the frequency of light wave, then in that case, the light gets emitted. Once light gets emitted, you know that light has dual nature. One, it works as a particle, and the other, it works as a wave as well. So when it starts acting as a particle, then these particles and this wave, they all are getting spread throughout. Because of the magnetism which has been caused by this particular God wave, godly wave, because of that, number of different polarity elements are getting created, and those polarity elements are divided into 24 elements, which we have discussed in Bhagavad Gita as well. 24 elements, where we talk about five senses, right? Five sensory organs, right? The feelings, the lust, everything. All those things are nothing but the charges, the particles, charged particles. They are nothing but the charged particles. Because of the light, until there is no light, they don't become particles which can exist, which can work independently. Once they become light, once they become light particles, till here, there is no light. Once the light comes here, then it is known as Mahar Loka. You must have heard the name of different lokas, different layers of the frequency. They are nothing but the different frequency layers. If you talk about different heavens, then there are nothing such like there is something which you can see, right? They are just the frequency layers. So Mahar Lok is just a frequency layer where this particular wave becomes a light wave. Once it becomes light wave, then it starts working like a dual nature, right? So this is the truth of this particular world. And here, when we are talking about the five senses, five sensory organs, all the elements, electricity, all the things that you are able to see, whatever you are able to see, and wherever you are running to get some pleasure, wherever you are wherever you are running to get some pleasant experiences, if you want to just attain the all the pleasant experiences, all the pleasant things, then in that case you are running in this direction. But if you are running in this direction, do you think that you are running towards the right thing? No, this is not the right thing. You are running towards a thing which is manifestation of the root cause. Root cause is God. So this is the manifestation of God. God particle has manifested all these things, whether it's five senses, five sensory organs, whatever you are able to see, that is all related to the this seed which is known as the God. And this is, you can understand this entire creation, you can understand as a as a tree, or you can say, yeah, as a tree, which is just like uh, divided into number of branches, number of fruits. So all these fruits, branches, they are all can be compared with this world. So all the things in this world are like just the illusion, because they are just the manifestation of this particular element which is known as the God particle. This is the one, right? So this God particle, understanding this God particle is Vidya, but understanding these things as the signs or as the source of everything, as the real thing, or getting this into, getting this thing, considering this thing, whatever exists here, considering all those things as the reality, is known as avidya. And understanding these things is the knowledge of avidya. Whatever science we read, Whatever science we read, whatever science we study, that is avidya, right? Avidya means it doesn't mean, don't take it otherwise. It doesn't mean that it is not it is not there to learn anything. It's not like we are stopping or someone is stopping you to learn this. Avidya doesn't mean that you don't need to learn it. Avidya means this is the vidya of or the knowledge of apara. This particular section is known as apara, right? So this is the knowledge of apara, which is the knowledge of the manifestation energy of the God particle. So once you understand, once you learn about the manifested energy of the God particle, then in that case you are learning science. And that is important because once you start learning, until you start learning, you just don't be able to reverse engineer it. Once you start reverse engineering this particular section, this particular living inside here, and start understanding the science or start understanding the avidya, you start doing the reverse engineering. Once you start doing the reverse engineering, you will be able to start reaching towards here. Somewhere some thought will come that yes, there is something which is other than this manifested world. Sorry for the English, because somewhere I'm just not able to cope up with this language problem because I'm not that good in English, right? But still I just wanted to share this knowledge with all, so that is why I'm just trying to speak some English. Okay, so here if you see this thing, this particular verse number 5 and 6. So we have understood what is the reason of all pleasant experiences. That is avidya, right? Why we feel unpleasant experiences? Because we are trying to, just control the situation. But the thing is that is not in our hands. That is running because of the God particle that is running away. And you are also getting carried away with that energy, right? That energy is working as per the rule of the nature, but you don't know that rule of the nature. Once you know the rule of the nature, all your unpleasant experience will be gone, because you will understand that yes, this particular energy will work this way only, but you think that it should work as per your wish, and that is the friction. You want that it should work as per your wish, but that thing is working as per its own nature. And when it is working as per your nature, and as a consequence, if you are not able to get the things that you want, then you get sad, then you become sad. So all unpleasant experiences that you feel, they are all because of not the true knowledge of this nature and the relation of that nature with the God particle or with the God. Because of that you are into avidya, and because of that only you feel such kind of unpleasant experiences. Okay, so the erroneous conception is the problem. Wherever you should be understanding, wherever you should make an understanding, or wherever you should just learn few things, there you are not learning. But yes, you are learning all those things which are just the manifestation, right? So learning manifestation is good, but yes, just try to learn, just try to just try to have some craving for that thing as well, which has created all this manifestation, that God particle or that God, right? So yeah, here you can see an example as well. Considering a machine important, what is avidya? Another example has been given. What is erroneous conception? Why we think like there is a snake when there is in fact uh, you know uh, a cord, right? There is a cord. So here is an example as well, with the help of a machine, right? So what is avidya and what is vidya? So considering a machine important rather than the consciousness of that machine, right? What is the consciousness of a machine? It's electricity, or you can say the battery, the source of energy. That is the electricity, right? So electricity is the main reason for any machine to exist. Otherwise, machine will not work. Energy is the, or you can say best word will be energy. So energy is the best word. So energy is the main reason for any machine to work. But we think that machine we get, you can say that we get, what you say in English, whatever you feel good, what you say that you get mesmerized. You get mesmerized with the machine, but you don't worry about the energy, right? So if you are getting mesmerized with the machine, you want to see it, you get involved with it. So you don't go with this energy, you don't try to understand the real root cause of this machine, which is due to which this machine is working. So that is energy, you are not going towards that direction. And that is why you get you are not getting a chance to learn the true thing, which is energy. You are just getting pleasant experiences. You are running that machine. You are using this machine. For example, you are using the AC, you are using the fridge, refrigerator, whatever. You are using that, but you are not going towards the real thing behind this, which is energy, right? So this is something like this. The one who is always involved into the manifested things, right? He is into avidya or into the non-true knowledge. But the one who try to understand the real reason for the machine to work, which is energy, the one who wants to understand the nature of this energy, the one who wants to see if there is any other scope to utilize this energy in much um, what you say, in much creative way, right? In much any other creative way, then that person is into non-true knowledge. But if someone works into this, like how I can use this energy more creatively, he tries to understand the nature of this energy, right? Then in that case, that person is moving towards vidya, moving towards the true knowledge, but that is not into completely the true knowledge. But this person who tries to understand the energy, he is moving into the right direction. That's the thing. Okay. So this is all about the verse number 5 and 6 in this chapter, chapter number 2. In the next video, we will learn something new. Verse number 7 to 12, we are going to understand into the next video. So till then, have a nice day and bye bye.